Belton that people need to know about? We're moving into spring here now. What's the latest news in Belton for you?
We've got a lot going on. Activity-wise, we've got Downtown Sounds will start on May the 5th. That's the grant we won through 10 at the Top. That we'll have 4 concerts downtown with food trucks. That'll start May the 4th, May 14th and 15th is the chili cook-off. And then the Palmetto Tennis Tournament will follow that the weekend of May 28th. So as far as activities go, that's what we have going on downtown with that.
Well, activities are starting to kick up pretty big. What about growth? What are we hearing economically? Got any new businesses or any proposed businesses? Or
well, we've had here recently we've had 3 ribbon cuttings for Touching Hearts Florist, which is a florist. On the Grind coffee shop, which is specialty coffee and pastries and paninis, and that's a new store downtown. 323 Sports and Training Facility. They train baseball players and softball players. And next week we have a ribbon cutting for a attorney that's going to open an office, Jacqueline Shepard. She'll be opening an office, so we'll be doing that ribbon cutting next week. So we have had some businesses open.
How important is it to a town the size of Belton to keep bringing in new businesses? You got to do it, and it's very exciting right now because I think the eyes are shifting from the Greenville area to over here. Anderson County is doing so well that the surrounding municipalities are really going to benefit from that. They're doing an outstanding job, and we're going to get the benefit from that. Are y'all going to be part of the Broadband Initiative? Do y'all need better broadband here, or are y'all pretty good? We're
pretty good. I think we'll be on the bottom loop of that when they come around and get us all together. I spoke with one of the representatives from that a couple weeks ago, and we'll touch back with them probably in a couple of weeks, but we'll be in the future.
The city of Belton's got pretty good Wi-Fi now. It's just outlying areas.
Right. Kind of like everybody else, but the city is, we do pretty good.
What are some of the things you and council are working towards here in the spring, trying to get going here?
We've been real heavy with our police department, fire department, hammering down on ordinance violations, mainly in neighborhoods, trying to get our neighborhoods cleaned up. That's been a big thing we've been working on. We're about to go into budget season, which will, take up a lot of time, but we anticipate that going well, but that'll tie up most of our time from here to July, is working on our budget.
What are the challenges for the budget this year?
Always everybody wants more than we can give them, but our department heads are very realistic, and they know kind of where we stand. We're very consistent, and they get it, so it's not a difficult process. Things get just moved around, tweaked here and there, but it's, there's never enough. But our guys are really patient, and they're really understanding of what the reality of it is.
How about roads? Y'all know y'all have a lot of county and state roads here.
Right.
Do y'all have a lot of town and city roads too?
We don't, and even though they may be labeled city, the county kind of gives us an idea when it's time to pave them, and then we come up with the 10%. So we really don't drive that train. We just sit back and wait on them to let us know, because they're providing 90%, and then we come in with 10%. So we're kind of at their mercy.
Any other goals you and council have set, kind of moving in the spring and in the summer?
We have one big thing we're working on right now. So we recently paid off our rec center, and we're going to start working on our new concession stand, press box, restroom area at Lita Poor. So that project, we're taking bids for that right now, and that's our next big project we have going on.
And y'all committed a lot of resources to recreation. I mean, but getting back in swing after the pandemic, you've got that. You've got the trail, which I guess is getting more and more use.
It is.
Remind people about that trail, because it's about a year old now?
It's about a year old. We did a ribbon cutting on it May of last year, and it's a little over a mile long. If you walk around the parking lot and back, that's 3 miles. The press box area should benefit that, because there'll be restrooms down there. Kind of tie it all together, but it's beautifully landscaped. It's getting a lot of use. It's been a big plus to the community. We get lots of good feedback on that.
And the park out there where the kids, y'all have always had a very active kids recreation program. I guess that's ramping back up again now in the warm weather.
Right. We've got soccer going on, baseball going on, just finished basketball, which had very high numbers for our basketball program, and we've only recently gotten back into that. So we had about 145 kids sign up for that, which is really strong. So Joey's doing a great job out there getting all this organized. And we're trying to throw in some adult sports as well. We play with Anderson Rec and have some teams going over there to do different sports. So it's fun.
And you mentioned that, you know, the Tennis Hall of Fame's here, and you got the big tennis tournament. Are they going to build any pickleball courts here, or is this still a tennis town?
Yes, we've got, starting in May, we will get a grant from the county, and we will start working on pickleball courts. We haven't quite nailed down where we're going to put them. We have a couple of ideas, but we will be getting, hopefully, 4 to start with. But yeah, that's a big sport. I play it. I love it. I love pickleball. I grew up playing tennis, of course, growing up here. And it's just a little bit harder on your body now. I've got tennis elbow and stuff like that. But pickleball, it is addicting. I love it.
So what are some things you'd like to see done here in the next few months? Is there anything else that we didn't?
Well, you know, right now some of our challenges are, you know, keeping a full staff like everybody. You know, employees are hard to come by. You know, we do what we can to keep them, but it's just the way of the world right now. Another issue is communication. It's, you know, everybody wants their information from a different source now. Not everybody reads the newspaper anymore. Not everybody looks at Facebook. So it's really hard to get things that are going on in the town or information we need to get them. It's hard to feel confident that you're reaching everybody. Not you know, because it's just spread out. You know, information.
And your museum continues to grow.
Right,
any news coming out of the museum?
They're still trying real hard to get that big grant to start that natural history museum.
State Museum of Natural History.
Right.
Yeah.
That'll be a really big deal. So hopefully that'll work for them. I'm really hoping they get that.
Anything else going on downtown?
Well, we just did work. Alan Sims, our administrator, myself, and Ray Graham, we've been working for months on a site for an ambulance to be here in town. We haven't been able to stage one here in town till recently, and we're going to let them use the county building, which is a building between our museum and the library. Going to have it upfitted, and so we will now be able to stage, you know, the EMS here in town. That's been a big worry to people. So we did get that solved, and we feel good that that's going to be a good site for them. It won't be permanent, but it'll, in the short run, it'll serve us well.
Anything else y'all doing to kind of revitalize downtown?
Still have our Facade Grant program going. Actually, right before you walked in, I had a meeting with a potential restaurant, which would be, you know, a really good addition. I'm real excited about that one. I'm going to leave it at that, but a lot of potentials are going on.
Talking about new development, both, you know, industrial and houses and stuff. What else? What you got going on?
Mainly housing. Not much in industry right now. We have had 50 new water taps put in, and that's not in one subdivision. So that's randomly 50 houses, which is to me a pretty big deal. We do meet with developers quite often that are very interested. We're doing a big study of our sewer system, because that's the deciding factor on whether our sewer system can handle additional homes. So hopefully that study will be done soon, and we'll be able to get with some of these developers, and if it happens, do it correctly and not overdevelop or you know, we want it done right. We really do.
The Belton Zip Code really almost reaches into Anderson. Do y'all get any benefit from that?
Or? Well, our zip code, we're about 4,800 in population, but our zip code's over 18,000 people. So it's kind of misleading, you know, like the corona numbers and stuff, like COVID numbers. It'll, you know, those numbers are the whole 18,000 zip code. So it's a little bit misleading for us. We are a big zip code.
And you mentioned communication. Is it still the website or Facebook and the website? What's the best place?
Well, we have both. You know, if we have something, you know, really important to tell you, we always put it on the water bill, because your water bill is going to go to everybody. So please read your water bill. A lot of people don't. I'm guilty of not doing that. But, you know, any kind of rate changes that may need to be done, or if we, you know, any kind of alert that needs to be out there, it'll be put on your water bill. That hits everybody, but then we've just had to, you know, put it on Facebook, local newspaper, online. We try and put it as many places as we can.
The chili pick-off's moving back downtown, right?
Right. It'll be downtown all day Saturday, Now the Sunday event is kind of, it's not closed to the public, but it's not a public event.
Right.
If you want to,
That's
if
always
anybody
been,
wants
that's been
to,
traditionally
right?
that way, yeah.
If you want to judge, just give us a message. We're always in need of judges. This is a fun day. We're excited. The Combo Kings are going to play. Got some vendors coming in, and of course, all of our chili cooks. So come hungry.